our very final report for the 62nd session of the South England Conference here at Warwick University.
And it's happening during the daylight, which is a change for all the previous reports.
That's unusual. We've kept you in the dark.
That's correct. But nevertheless, if we stay a little bit longer, it could have happened that we would have to turn the lights on.
But we're trying not to keep you in the dark because, you know, this whole process since last Thursday, the President's report had a race in the middle of it.
And exactly like in that movie which we saw in his report, Pastor Sam did not run very fast. And I have to say...
Yeah, it was a Mo Farah. It wasn't a sprint. It was a marathon.
Yes.
Chariots of fire like along the beach.
Very much so.
We've only gone an hour over time, but we have completed the work of the session. People have been elected. We announced the President and the Secretary and the Treasurer in our early report. We're not going to do all the directors, are we?
No, we're not.
We'll leave somebody else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we.
But with the we. You had a helmet on this morning.
Yes, I did.
We don't have a photo of it. He had an army helmet on this morning because this is the very first teen director in the history of the universe to be re-elected with no negative questions about his performance, to actually have a cheer from the floor. So well done, my compatriots.
It took a lot of effort and people to bribe to avoid the bad questions on the floor. That's for sure.
Don't spoil it. But actually, there's been a good spirit.
Yes.
There are very, very clearly some directors. Some have retired. Some have chosen not to serve. Some haven't been chosen, and that's always difficult. And so, you know, there is a thought for them.
But overall picture of SEC, we need to say, it is a very, very, I would say, a very new picture. We will probably say this is probably the smallest amount of directors which remained from, let's say, comparison with the previous sessions. A lot of new faces, a lot of energy and passion for the departments they're being asked to serve in.
And we've put the list up on the website, so you'll have all of that. It's on our Facebook, it's on our Twitter. You can see it there. It'll be on the main website when I wake up. But you've talked about change and new breath and new air coming in. We have done all of these interviews, these news broadcasts this week by the SEC media van.
Yes.
And so as we kind of close, we should probably introduce the new leaders of the media and communications teams here in the SEC. And they just happen, like the One Show audience, they just happen to be standing off camera. Please come in, let's introduce you. If there was more of an audience, we'd give you a round of applause.
Yes, our hands are tied up with microphones. Thank you so much for that. Can you please leave? Thank you. Right. So, Victor, would you like to introduce one of these guys? I know them both.
You know them both?
Yes, I do, believe it or not. Actually.
And so do I.
Yeah.
All right, to avoid confusion, on my left, Pastor Sam Davies, with an I and an E and an S on the end.
That's right.
Tell us, you're currently... Until 10 minutes ago, you were the pastor in...
Bedford Central and also Milton Keynes International.
And beyond that, I'm guessing one of the reasons you've been chosen for this role is, first of all, you've got an MA in journalism?
In journalism, that's right.
He's after my job.
I want to introduce a man here on the right-hand side. This is nobody else than himself, Mr. Vili Costescu. He is somebody... very international, I believe, originally coming from Romania, traveled and lived all around this little planet. Vili, would you be able to tell me just about 10 minutes ago, maybe now 12 because Victor talks too much, what you were 12 minutes ago?
12 minutes ago, I was the only pastor left at Newbold. Those of you who don't know, my senior pastor, my mentor, my boss, Patrick Johnson, has moved to the Trans-European Division. And for me, it was a difficult decision. My heart is still in Newbold. I will continue working for Newbold. But I look forward to also working with the team, all these guys that I know. Sam, maybe you don't know, but both of us have postgraduate studies at the same university.
Same university, Westminster.
University.
This is a plug for Westminster University. If you're doing media, journalism, great place to study.
Sam did journalism, I did media and development, so I think we are a good team. With Stefan and the rest of the volunteers, I look forward to doing great things.
So this also means that Newbold now has 2 empty vacancies. So if you're there, I think you should apply, because Newbold needs some help as well.
And I realise now that Dejan is in fear of his job, because not for teens, he can carry on and focus that, but the team that we've had since GC session,
Yes.
you know,
This is it. We are obsolete, especially this man next to me. So Victor,
Yeah.
it's time to submit papers for retirement.
and this is all coming to an end. But thank you for watching, and thanks for the really positive comments that you've given back to us. Some people verbally, some by email, a lot of people on Facebook and on Twitter that have made comments. We've tried to give you the essence of what has happened here, maybe in a slightly light-hearted way. I mean, you were serious, but thank you for your positiveness. And for the positiveness now that we see, we've introduced 2 members of the new SEC team. There are a lot more of them. They were all looking positive. They're all looking forward to serving you as a church, to serving the needs of evangelism in this country. And that was the concluding message from the new president, Dr. Richard DeLissa. Evangelism is our key thing. He's looking for 20% growth over the next 4 years, and that only happens. It's not from him, it's not from us.
That's right.
It's from God and all of us, all of our members working together.
And on behalf of, I would say, of SEC, these 2 directors and everybody else, I would ask for all of you to join in prayer. At the same time, stand and help and support those guys who are willing and girls who are willing to serve this conference, because there is no any other way that we can fulfill this mission without your prayers.
And so there's only one last thing to do. The SEC session that effectively, well used, the electronic voting system, it's here, it's in my pocket. I now have to give it back. The end of voting is all done. I'm giving it back because if I don't, it costs me £20.
Nevertheless,
We've got a new communication director. I'm giving it to him, handing on the
Willie,
baton. Congratulations.
Willie doesn't want to take mine. God bless you guys, and thank you so much for joining us.